All right, so we have all our cases here from Spigen. Now, these are not all the cases that are available for the iPhone 6s. These are some of the cases. And I'm kind of doing them, all the reviews in kind of a bulk order here. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cases here. 9 cases bulk of this. Do not include any of the Tough Armor series cases. And then we're going to do a separate video for the wireless charging case for the iPhone 6s. Yes, a wireless charging case. Now, the price range for all these cases here, retail starts at lowest about $14.99. You can find it cheaper on Amazon, so you definitely use our Amazon link down below, but all the way to about $34.99. So the first case in question here is the thin fit case. This is a case my buddy loves these cases from Spigen because it's the lightest case possible. You can hear that there, very light, thin, but also one of the easiest cases to slide your device in. Boom, done. That's it. What I like about this case, it fits very, very well. It makes your device look very trim, nice altogether. You can see the cutouts for the power, very clear on the top, even the lock as well as the volume rocker. Now, of course, it still give you some protection right there, but what you will find, of course, it's very little protection on the front of your device. It's so very little on the edges here, but it's a nice stylish case that does protect the back of your iPhone, doesn't cover the camera or anything like that. On Spigen's website, this is about $14.99. Again, this pricing you will see cheaper on Amazon. And again, it's a very easy case to swap in and out of from. So I definitely like the thin fit case, one of the nice cases from Spigen. Now, moving forward here, this is the Ultra Hybrid case. Now, this is a thicker bumper case here with a back cover. It's a see-through back cover. It comes in different colors. You've got metal buttons here on the sides, and you've got cutouts at the bottom. So this will give you a thicker feel to your iPhone right there. Let me actually cancel that out. And if I slide this in, see, you can pop it in right there. Gonna pop it, boom, done. So you can see it's giving you a thicker feel, and it's also changed some of the color components. A lot of people like this kind of cases because it's see-through. You can see the Apple logo behind. You can also see it says iPhone S, there's a 6S here, and the buttons do work out well. Very soft tap there. I can go ahead and unlock, and then you've got your volume rockers there and things like that. No, you can see that, and also good access to your lock button. Much better protection on around the sides and edges. It's even got a slightly raised corner, if you guys can see that. The corners are slightly raised. I think I took a picture or something. Oh, wow, I went to a game. So the corners are slightly raised. Turn that off. And you can see the cutouts on the bottom there. So it's a much better case for protection. Even the edges here are raised, so that should be fine. Gives you some good protection all around. Don't like the overall, thickness. It makes it feel more like a 3GS in my mind, but still a nice case, Spigen logo. If you're looking for something a little thicker but still has that see-through look, that's a case for you now. Another one of the hybrid cases here is, this is the Neo Hybrid EX. So that is the regular Neo Hybrid, but this is Neo Hybrid EX. It's got some of that same bumper feel for the Neo Hybrid and some similar button covers too. And there's also kind of softer in the middle. This is what the Neo Hybrid is. It's kind of a nice, nice flexible case. So fit this because it's a bumper case, see-through. And this one is has always been a little tighter to get in. Let's see if we have everything in here. Come on, fit properly. We can do this well. There we go. And yeah, that's one thing I'm not too fond about this case, is that it takes some getting into, and that's the thing that I'm not a big fan of. So, but once you get in, you can see the look and feel. You can see how dark side looks there. Again, it's a nice see-through color. You can get different colors, of course, of the bumpers. The buttons also easy, good access to your lightning port. You can see your regular lightning port, headphone jack, as well as your speakers on the side. And this is one thing that is a little bit of a finicky here. If you don't have, you can still access it. If you don't have nails, it can be a little bit of a problem there. But still a nice case. In terms of protection, you get some really solid protection. You also got raised edges all around, and gives you some really solid protection of your device altogether. So that's a nice case I think a lot of people will like. So again, a solid case, but the problem with this case, of course, is putting it on and taking it off is not easy. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of the case for. But in terms of protection, you do get some solid protection. Now, the next one here is the Neo Hybrid Tech. So this is the Ultra Hybrid. This is the Neo Hybrid EX. This is Neo Hybrid Ultra Hybrid Tech. So Ultra Hybrid Tech is one case that kind of has the bumper built into the case. I like the look of the case. I like the black accents. Of course, you can get different colors. And also, this is a case that it's easy to actually pop in. You can see how fast that was in there. And it also gives your iPhone a nice look. See-through, so you can keep the colors if you have that new rose gold, which looks like pink, or if you want the colors to show, and then you can also see the protection around. So you've got soft buttons here. Again, easy to access. The volume rocker is also the same. You know, you can see that there, and it works pretty well. It's good access also to the lock button. Camera cutouts are good, as well as the cutouts on the bottom. And it's a really nice case. Another thing, of course, is it depends. If you don't like a see-through case, then that's not for you. But I definitely like what this case brings to the table for a lot of people. And again, it's also very easy to pop out. So it's a really solid case, good case overall. Now, this one here, this is the liquid crystal case. It's a soft case, a really soft case. You can see how the case folds and bends. So if you want something, it's almost like the soft shell version of the thin hybrid, thin fit case. So this is a case that literally boom, 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 fit, done. Fits around, really snug feel to your iPhone 6s here. So it almost makes it feel like it's a very thin glove on there. Again, button access is still pretty good. The cutouts, everything is really good. Gives you some protection, not much, but then again, if you just want to have something light, a light protective case above your device, this is the kind of case you go with. Again, everything is, you can see how close even the lightning port is out there. So this is a nice case, and I think a lot of people will like. I need to take this off here. But again, nice, simple case, easy to pop out, and easy to actually use. So if you're looking for something similar to the thin fit, but you want it in a flexible case, the liquid crystal is a case for you. Now, going to some of the thicker cases here. This is one of my favorite cases for from Spigen here. This is the rugged capsule. I use this on my S6 Edge Plus, as well as also my Note 5. I really like this case because it fits well. On the iPhone, it comes out a little thicker though, which is one of those things I found interesting here, because they've kind of given it squared edges. On the Note 5 as well as the S6 Edge, it's actually much more. I like the feel of the case. So you've got kind of like this graded area here. You can see the cutouts kind of like machined cut all around to feel like one of those hard cases. You've got nice button covers that actually access well. The cutout here is also pretty good. It's a nice case. You can see the look of the iPhone 6s in there. It gives you some really good protection. I really like this case because it's still a soft case, because literally popping it out, you can see you can bend the case quite easily. Really solid overall. I think a lot of people will like this case. The only one drawback I do have with this case is the cut edges. I wish they had matched the rounded edges of the iPhone 6s, but maybe that's just to give you more protection. You can see here inside. So I can understand that, but from a design perspective, it's a little bit of a bummer, but I really definitely like the rugged capsuled case there. Now, one of the tried, true, faithful from Spigen has always been the Neo Hybrid. So this is the Neo Hybrid with metallized buttons here. Neo Hybrid is one of the cases that really brings a lot of style to casings. You can get this in different bumper colors, but it's still generally black with this kind of like mesh back area. Just looking at the case itself, it looks really, really nice. We take that and we take our iPhone 6s here. Again, it's a very easy case. It's a case, of course, with bumper, similar to the other Neo Hybrid, which is the Neo Hybrid EX case, which is a see-through case. Now, the thing about this case is, if you look at it here, boom, boom. It's an easy case to fit. Sorry, actually fitting in the wrong way. Let's do this properly. Usually Neo Hybrid are popping left to right. And yep. So that's the thing here. Now, the one thing I've noticed with the Neo Hybrid for the S6 is that it's a little tight, to fit in. You can always do it the other way, even though they don't necessarily recommend is to pop it in like that and fit it in. Now, once you get it in, you can see how it's a snug case. in here. This case has a very snug feel to it. Even though it gives you more thickness to your iPhone 6s, I really like the look of this case. You can see the button bumpers on the side. You can also see how well this the cutouts and the rounded edges. That's something I wish they actually added there. So you've got rounded edges all around, cutouts at the bottom. Good access still for your lightning port, speakers, as well as also your headphone jack. Really solid case. You know, you drop it, you should get some really good protection there. Doesn't keep the aesthetic design in the iPhone 6, but it has its own aesthetic design that I do like. So if you're looking for something like this, you know, it's a really tight, solid case. I think a lot of people will like that, the Neo Hybrid. Another cool way, of course, taking it out is you can, of course, take off the bumper if you choose to. In my case, I'm just gonna pop it all out and then pop this case out. I'm definitely like opening up a lot of things here, but that is the Neo Hybrid case. And we'll set that aside. And then the next case here, this is kind of new. This is Neo Hybrid Carbon, still part of the Neo Hybrid series. What's similar is that this kind of feels like the rugged capsule. You can see the back look of the case, but this comes with the extra bumper additive here. So, you know, we take this here, just lock this for a second so we can actually pop this in. And we can, of course, do the same thing where we take off the bumper, slide this in, pop, 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 pop. It's a much easier way to do it. As you can see here, it still looks very similar to a Neo Hybrid. It's just more of the blend of the rugged feel to it. So if you're like me who likes the rugged, you want some of that Neo Hybrid extra protection with the bumper, that's pretty much what this case is. You can see here the button covers, everything, good access to your lock button, again, power button, also soft power button. You can see access here at the bottom. So it's a nice case, really solid. It's more of a blend between, of course, the rugged capsule and the Neo Hybrid case. That's what you get with the Neo Hybrid Carbon. So we can do that, and we can also definitely take off this. The one thing I will say is that I've noticed with the Neo Hybrid series that it's become harder and harder to kind of like pop things out. You know, maybe it's just me, but I will say that that's the one thing to take notes. If you're looking to swap out cases constantly, this might be something where you might need to just understand that it's a bit harder to take it out. I'm having like a hard time actually popping this out here. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Good. So it means that at least when your case, your device drops, your case is not going to pop out. So here's a new one from Spigen. This is called the Perfect Armor case. Now this gives you 360-degree protection, and what you have here is basically an armor case, a standard armor case with a cover in the front. So this also comes with a kickstand, so you can actually, of course, stand your iPhone. It's got covers actually for your headphone jack, your lightning port, and the speaker grill is actually a thin slit there. Cutouts at the back, you've got soft covers here, and as you know, with all of the armor cases, this is actually a plastic back. So with this, you can pop in your iPhone 6s, boom, like a regular standard Ultra Armor case. So this is technically the same case there, but then it's also got this, you know, it's also got this cover in here, so you can actually put that in. Now, to do that, you have to actually take it out. So instead of you doing that altogether, you do have to take it out. And then let's go ahead and pop this up here. So that's that covers that. Then we slide it into the slot. So oops, I actually put that upside down. Yeah, someone's gonna say something very soon online, but yeah, you get the picture. So you pop this, if you want to use it in that fashion, pop it in front, and then you slide the case in. And again, I'm doing things upside down, so let's do this correctly. And we slide the case in, here we go. And boom, 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 boom. So now you have 360 protection. So what that means is your iPhone is right here. You've got protection in the front. You've got at least a soft membrane here in the front. You've got cutouts for your front-facing camera. Of course, your speakers, your earpiece, sorry. You can see the cutout here for your speaker grill. There's also a protective cover. We can close that. There's also another protective cover here for your headphone jack. and then you can see the coverings here on each side. So we go ahead, we unlock this, we still have access to our speakers, a volume here, we can change that. You can go ahead and lock that. And this gives you full protection around your device. You can also use the kickstand and place right there. So this is a case for someone who's looking for full protection, but here are all the cases for the iPhone 6s. You know, if you're looking for something to fit your style, I think a lot of people will find something here overall. There are some interesting cases. There are cases that have a different feel and fit. I think someone will find something that they would want to match their style. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let us know. Don't forget to like and share this video. Favorite this video. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We have more cases from Spigen for you. The wireless charging case is one I really like and I've been using also. I'm doing that on a separate video. And don't forget, guys, always enjoy your entertainment.